guys, and welcome to the Watchtower Watch Reviews with your host DK, and today we are taking a look at a microbrand dive watch that was not available on Kickstarter, I don't believe. Actually, I think they just produced this one for a change. I am of course talking about the Boldr Odyssey with the Meteorite Dial. So it's a really nice watch. I was in touch with the company and got onto a very nice guy called Hong. I'm not sure if he's the brand owner or not. Someone might be able to tell me that. But he was very nice. I said, would you mind letting me have a loan of the watch? I'll do a quick review for you and we'll get it out and we'll get it on YouTube. And he was very kind to send me the watch. Now I don't get to keep it. And my quick review quickly turned into 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Due to a multitude of things, namely me accidentally deleting footage, which was a great start. Family events, being out of the county that I live in for 2 weekends out of the 4. I had to review the Harrow Nauticus in time, and then I had bits and pieces. Oh, and the AliExpress sale, of course. So between all the jigs and the reels, as they say in Ireland, there was a couple of things that made this a delayed one. So finally, we are getting out the Boldr Odyssey Meteorite Dial review, and Hong, again, my apologies. So guys, let's get to it. Alright, so let's get on with this unboxing, and it is a seriously big box as well. Oh, quick wrist check for you guys. I am wearing my Seestern Doxa Homage there that you can see on wrist. I threw it onto a black and yellow strap. I thought it might suit the watch, but that's not what we're here for today. We're here for the Boldr Odyssey Meteorite Dial. So this one comes in at €703 from the Boldr website, and you get a seriously big black beefy case on this one. It's really hard plastic with two little catch and release, what you call those things again? Snap tops? I actually don't know what you call these. To me, it actually looks like a bit of a pistol case, which is kind of ironic because when I opened it up, this is what I found inside. It's a Walther P9. No, it's not. It's my own little prop gun. By the way, that's not a real gun. What I found inside was this, the Boldr Odyssey Meteorite Dial, the dark one. It's a really nice looking piece, and straight away you can see that it is a big boy. There's also the spare links inside in this one as well. You can see there it is a hexad bracelet with really small screw pins in it. There's also some little marketing materials here inside in the box, so just flip it over and get those out. There's a little bit of stickers. I'm not really sure what you'd ever use these for. Maybe they're for cars, I don't really know. A little bit about the company themselves and thanking you for buying their watch. But let's get on to the dimensions because we don't really care about any of that. So dimensions on this one, it is 46 millimeters in diameter, so it is a fairly large watch. 50 millimeters if you include the crown, and it is a big old crown and it is a big old boy. Lug tip to lug tip, you're looking at 53.8 millimeters with end links as well. They are male end links coming to 59 millimeters, so really large. Lug width 22 millimeters, tapering down to 19.8 and back up to 22.8 at that clasp. Thick 16 millimeters thickness on this one, and the weight is 249 grams with all the links. 5 links removed from my wrist, 227 grams. So specs on this one, it is all 316L stainless steel case, crown, bezel and bracelet. It is all brushed as well because this is a tool watch, so it is very much going in for that tool aesthetic. Also, it's a very angular, interesting case. You can see there lots and lots of angles on this one, giving it that really brutalist, tough, or rough and rugged design to it. Very nice though. You've got a sapphire lumed bezel insert, and the bezel is actually 120 click as well. I'll shut up so you can hear it. So there you go, nice solid bezel, and also no backplate on this one as well, which is excellent. You've also got some double dome sapphire on this one with clear anti-reflective coating, meaning that it should be fairly legible in pretty much every light that you take this one out into, and as well with that lack of high polished surfaces you won't be getting too much glint off it. You do get a brushed 3-link hexad bracelet as well, which we'll see in just a second. You can see there from the side you have small, really small screw pins on this one. They are a bit hard to get at. I wish they'd provided a tool, actually, it would have been a bit handy. And you do get a signed milled clasp with, count them, 6 levels of micro adjust. So you should have no problems with getting this one to fit. Again, you do have your logo and you have your milled clasp. with the double pushers. However, you do get something even better, which is a quick release bracelet. Something I haven't seen on a watch, I don't think, outside of the Christopher Ward that I had in. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, because I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think this is the only watch other than the Christopher Ward I reviewed, and that was a watch that was in the, I think that was in the range of £1,000. I can't remember off the top of my head. Again, someone can get back to me. You've got an engraved case back as well. It is signed and screwed down, giving this one 600 meters of water resistance. Apologies, signed screw down crown, giving this one 500 meters of water resistance, not 600. The movement inside is a Meteor 9015. It hacks, it hand winds, it's high beat, beating at 28,800 vibrations per hour, giving you 8 ticks of the second hand per second. So what you do is you unscrew it once to hand wind it, pull it out once more, gives you the chance to adjust the date there at 6 o'clock, and pull it out a second time, and you can see there the second hand stops, and it allows you to adjust the time itself. So let's take a look under the macro lens, and that Meteorite dial is definitely the star of the show. You've got a printed Boldr logo there underneath at the 12 o'clock position. You've got applied indices and a printed minute track around the outside. Those hour indices are fairly simple. You've got double batons at 12, single batons everywhere else, and a cut-out baton at the 6 o'clock position to allow for that unframed date window. You also have the simple writing Odyssey automatic 500 meters or 1650 feet for the water resistance. They really don't want to clutter this one up. You've got fairly simple hands as well. Again, fitting in with tool watch aesthetics. They just want it to be visible, legible, easy to read, and not fussy. This one is very much aimed at people who want to watch that is go anywhere, do anything. You can beat it up. It's going to laugh in the face of danger and laugh in the face of abuse. And here it is out in some natural sunshine as opposed to all that unnatural sunshine you find around the place on my just under 7-inch wrist. And well, it is very, very big. You can see straight away. It does sit well into the wrist. However, it is a large boy. There's no getting away from that. It is aimed to me for guys with wrists above 7.5 inches. But in fairness, that bracelet does a decent job of conforming to wrist and making it seem somewhat wearable anyway. I actually was surprised how well it wore on the silicone that I had. This is just a cheap AliExpress one with quick releases. And to be honest, I wore it on this quite a lot more than I did with the bracelet. I just found it a bit more comfortable for my smaller wrist. I found I was able to get a slightly tighter fit on it. Even with those 6 levels of micro adjust, I just found this was a slightly better option for me. But again, your experience will vary depending on how big your wrist is. And because of the fact that this is a tool watch and they don't want to be too showy with it, I haven't been too showy with my strap choices. This is a Marine National. I don't recommend putting it on a Marine or a NATO. I think that you're just going to get too much wrist wobble. It's already very heavy on wrist due to the size and the weight of it. I just don't think it's a good idea putting it on a NATO and have it wobble around, or Marine National in this case, as much of a fan as I am. As I say, I did keep it fairly similar with the straps and very simple. This is a Bond NATO, an elasticated Bond NATO I should say, from AliExpress again. I'll drop affiliate links down below if you do want to pick any of these straps up, of course, and of course I'll link to the watch. As I say, I threw it on this just because for the looks I thought it was really, really good, but I don't really recommend due to the weight of the watch. It'll just feel really unbalanced. What I do like on this watch a lot though is the Lume. You can see there, this is 15 minutes of footage sped up after about, I think 90 seconds with a Lume torch, a UV torch. You can see there that the bezel is one of the first things to go, but the hands and the indices are really, really bright all the way throughout. I always think that if there's any Lume at all left on these by the end of 15 minutes with the way my phone is for recording, you can reckon this is going to last you pretty much all night, if not all night, maybe 6 hours. And let's be honest, even if you're diving, no one's diving for 6 hours. You're never going to be underwater for that long, and if you are, I've got bad news for you, you're probably not coming back out breathing. So I wouldn't worry too much about this one. There's excellent Lume on it. It's really bright, it's really nice. It is that BGW9, of course, giving you that lovely blue colour. It's bluer in person than it is on camera, but it is also stronger in person than it is on camera. So likes and dislikes, and first thing I'm going to say is I have to give them special commendations for the fact that they have stuck to their guns. I really enjoy the looks on this one. I love that Meteorite dial. I love the fact that it is unapologetically a tool watch. The only colour you get on this one is that little bit of orange on that second hand with the paddle. It's a really strong choice as well. They've just gone with simplicity, they've gone with legibility, they've gone with that tough look. Boldr are very sort of into their field watches, they're into their divers, they're into their sort of functionality over anything else, and it really does look good on this one. The fact that you get 6 levels of micro adjust as well on the clasp is great, so if you do decide that you really want this one with the smaller wrist, you have a good chance of it fitting, and quick release spring bars as well mean the fact that this is going to be easy to take off. However, I will say this is not a dress watch. This is not even a sports watch. This is a tool diver. You've got a helium escape valve on there for your 500 meters of water resistance. You've got your very brutalist design. It's a big boy. It's a chunky boy. It is what it is. You're not wearing this with a suit. It's not going to be your James Bond style watch. This is very much a diver only. Now, one of the things that I don't like on this one is, as the choir boy said to the bishop, it's too big. I just don't think it'll fit in me. Or on me, I should say. I just think the weight on my wrist feels a bit unbalanced on the bracelet. I did prefer it on silicone. It's just too large. It just doesn't fit me. Now, if your wrist is 7.5, 8 inches, this is probably excellent for you. You're probably crying out for a watch like this. For a guy like me with 7-inch wrists or slightly below, it's going to feel crazy. Also, I wish they had done a little bit with that date window. I know it's a meteorite dial. I know they probably didn't want to put paint on it or put anything on it to ruin that look. But it does look a little bit just sort of forlorn down there at the 6 o'clock. Even if they'd ran the Lume paint up and made it look like it was part of the indice, I thought that would have been quite a cool choice. But overall, I think it stuck to its guns and has to be commended for that. So guys, there you have it, my review of the Boldr Odyssey Meteorite Dial. A really nice watch. It's just, well, I've got baby wrists unfortunately, or at least I do for this watch. I reckon if you've got maybe 7.5, 8 inches, this one is going to be amazing for you. It's a great watch, it's really well made, fantastic specs, great looks. I really did enjoy it. It's just too big. I couldn't rock it day to day. It would feel like I was wearing a carriage clock on my wrist. But for guys who are bigger, maybe beefier guys, more muscular, more just really big guys. Sorry, got distracted there. No, if you're a bigger guy, I think this is a great dive watch option for you. It is all brushed, so you don't have to worry about banging it around the place. It's got a helium escape valve. It's big, it's chunky, it's exactly what it wanted to be, and it's exactly what it says on the tin. So if you're looking for this, this is a great way to go. And that meteorite dial is something special. So guys, if you have enjoyed my review, make sure to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. I have been your host DK. I do one review and one unboxing every week, or at least try to, and I will see you guys next time.